Hello Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Spirit Muses and Knowledge. I'm Tiffany, and I'm going to be doing a Oracle and Tarot spread for the last quarter of 2020. It will include October, November, and December. And I'm going to start out by pulling a few messages from the universe, from your spirit guides, and we'll see what they want to tell us for each month. So I'm just going to jump right in here. I want to thank you for joining me here, and I really hope that life and the world is treating you well. I hope your spirits are strong. I hope your life is full of joy and abundance. All right, let's see what we have. For Cancer, Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising. We'll even throw some Venus in there. All right, let's get these cut. First up, we have Envy. I believe I pulled that for Gemini as well. And we also have Woman Holding a Heart. Beautiful. And then we have the Thinking Man. So there might be a lot of you out there that are thinking or needing to think. It's also a card of 10. You add the 4 and the 6 together, you get 10. So this may be a completion of some sort, thinking about completing something. All right, so let me get a feel for these cards real quick. We've got Envy, Woman Holding a Heart, and the Thinking Man. So what I'm getting with the Envy card, some of you may be experiencing people in your life that see you moving forward and they wish that they could as well. And instead of showing love and appreciation and joy for you, because of where they are at spiritually and also egotistically, and I don't mean that in a bad way, ego is not bad. It just needs to kind of be reined in sometimes with the spirit. And so I'm getting a sense that there's a little bit of imbalance here. Or perhaps you are feeling a bit of envy towards someone that may be creating something, or they're moving through their lives in seemingly a better way, and you're having a hard time celebrating that with that person. But we'll see as we pull the cards, which I'm going to do right now. And the way that I'm going to lay these out, again, it's a quarterly reading, so we will have October here, November, and December. So, my little lighted legions, please provide the most clearest and accurate messages for Cancer for the last quarter of 2020. October, November, and December. The clearest, most accurate messages, please. Ooh, that one wanted to pop out. I'm not ready to take it though. Not ready to take it. We'll see if it pops out again. Just going to give these a couple of shuffles here. October, November, December. Good for all of you for making it this far through this year. It has definitely been a magic carpet ride. All right, let's see. Hang on for just a second here. pull these out as they fell out in order. Yeah. We've got some stuff in October here. But the Hermit's laying down, so, you know, that's always a good card to have. Inner reflection. Reflecting on something, huh? Even envy, the feeling of envy can be an internal reflection. That's a pretty heavy emotion right there, can be, with a lot of lessons in there. So we wanted the star to pop out. Got the Knight of Cups here, almost done. A couple more messages here, and then we'll dive in. Couple more. All right, so what do we got? And the overall energy is the Seven of Swords right here. I'm gonna go let my cat in mighty quickly. I hear him knocking on the door, so pardon me. All right, Cancer, thank you. I do have 2 kitties that I let roam around as I do these readings for you. So sometimes they will pop into the picture. Sometimes they will interrupt me because they need something. Other people have children. I have cats. So let's see what we have here. Let me take a minute and just kind of absorb. All right, so what I'm initially feeling right here, my attention is being drawn really to the woman holding a heart right here. And, you know, Cancer, you guys show up with a big heart. You love very big, you love very deeply. Very emotional. I mean, you are a water sign, so, you know, that's where the emotions run right there, is straight through that water and straight through the heart. So I have a feeling, and I'm getting the feeling that this envy over here, and just from what is coming out for October, has to deal with something emotional, possibly with a person, because we've got the Knight of Cups right here. But we'll start at the top. We've got the Nine of Swords, we have the Hermit, and then we have the Knight of Cups. And so the Knight of, or not the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, it's almost like you've put yourself behind a protective wall. You may be feeling and thinking about something that is lost, or something that you actually have to let go. It may actually have to do with this envy. So I'm feeling for many of you that it's you that is feeling envious in some way, and it's knocked you off your game, because it is emotional. And Cancerians, again, they're very deep feelers. And so when something happens that has to do with heart and matters of the heart, you do feel it really deeply. And so it's almost like you're in contemplation here of, okay, and this has been going on for a while, but you're almost done. I mean, this is a 9, 10 is completion. But what it's had you do is just kind of go inward, and I love seeing this. This is a major arcana card. So for many of you, you've already slipped into a higher spiritual type of realm to deal with whatever was happening here. And through the month of October, you're being asked to go even deeper. and you'll be guided. You'll see that this hermit is not only guided by the light of the moon, but he also has that light of the spirit out in front of him. That lantern he's holding actually holds that light of the spirit, that little light seed inside of you that was a divine right and a divine connection. And you're being guided. You've got a bird up here also showing the way. So you've got some beautiful little guidance right here. The Knight of Cups right here. This is either somebody coming in, or by the end of October, you're moving ahead and realizing that at some point you got to get back up on your horse and fill your own cup. You can't depend on other people. If envy is coming at you, you may have decided after you have felt hurt by that no more. I'm going to fill my own cup because that's what I do, and I can't depend on other people to do that for me. And I'm actually, I'm going to clarify that Knight. I want to know if that's you or if that's somebody else. Because it could be an apology as well. I just got that. Maybe that's this person coming back with an apology to you toward the end of October. Spirits, can we please clarify this Knight of Cups down on the table, please? The Knight of Cups. Can we just clarify what this is, please? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we've got the Nine of Cups. That's a good sign. We've got the Seven of Wands, and then we have got the the Six of Swords. So this is you. This Knight of Cups is you. Again, you're not going to depend or rely on anyone to give you what you need. You already have what you need. You've got some internal struggles and some battling and fighting within you. I don't feel that this is with somebody else. This is internal for you. And what you decide to do is just amscray. You're out of there. You're like, you know what? This isn't working for me. I don't like the way that this feels. And so I am going to take my own journey and find my own way and find my own path. So good for you. That's what Cancerians do. They retreat. When something ain't working, they're like, I'm retreating. So coming up here to November, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we've got the Four of Swords. So there's some healing here. The Six of Cups is all about balance, internal balance, and I believe that that's what you're doing with your heart right here. I love this card because it shows that all these cups are full. They're all blossoming, they're all blooming, and you're kind of up on your little balcony. You're kind of high up there. I have a feeling that you put yourself there. You're putting yourself first. You're elevating yourself and just enjoying what you have done for yourself. We've got the Five of Pentacles. There may be, toward the middle of November, there may be some residual type of feeling of being cast out, left out. This could even be you feeling lonely for whatever reason that was happening over here with somebody. Because you've got this healing card as well, the Four of Swords. Again, Cancers, when they need to take a time out, that's what they do. They take a time out. But we do, and I say we because I have a Cancer moon and rising, we can tend to wallow in our miseries. Okay, and that's the feeling that I'm getting from this card. This is like mid-November, and if that's what you need to do, go ahead and do it, because we're coming into the autumnal months and it's about letting go. All of nature lets go. Trees, unless it's an evergreen, completely sheds everything. All of flora, they go down into their roots and just kind of hibernate. And that's what I'm getting here, is there may come like mid-November, end of November, that's what you do. You retreat even a little bit further into yourself. But it's a natural cycle, and feel free to do that. Just make sure you find some joy in there as well. And it looks like you do, because at the beginning and middle of December, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about claiming the self and standing in your power, being self-efficient, very gratuitous. You know, there's a lot of gracious energy in this card. So it's almost like after all the thinking you've done, and again, this is a 10, after all the thinking you've done, after everything that has happened through October and November, you start December out counting your blessings and feeling your blessings. And you've got the Star card here as well, a major arcana card, remembering that you're a star seed, remembering that you're part of the universe, feeling that power within yourself. And I love the last card that's on the board right now. It's the Ten of Wands, and that is completion as well. It's almost like come the end of December, you're gonna dump everything. You're gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to go into the new year with what was happening back here, because I'm in my star power. I'm in my star power. I've thought about it. I'm going to change my direction. This is what I'm going to do. And whoever it was that hurt you over here, and that is the overall energy of this reading. You know, we've got the Seven of Swords, which is kind of interesting that this is the overall energy for the last quarter of the year. It's almost like someone has been working on you and picking at you. And this is what you have to overcome. That's what I just got. This is what you have to overcome. Whether this person is still in your life or not, you'll make a choice, and it looks like you're gonna let that go, put that burden down, because it doesn't serve you anymore. It doesn't serve your higher light. It doesn't elevate you. So I don't know who this person is, but I have a feeling that they've been working at it for quite a while, but at the end of the year, they're not gonna have that power over you anymore, which is like, yay. All right, I'm gonna pull a couple of more messages from the universe. This is very exciting, actually. I love to see and hear stories where people are learning who they are, finding their value, and getting rid of stuff that doesn't work for them, you know? And it's not like you're just walking away here. With this Five of Pentacles, you're actually really digging deep, getting to the root of what this situation was, so it doesn't pop back up on you at a later time. Some people walk away and they're just like, that didn't work for me. But they don't deal with the emotional pain and the emotional scars that experience left them. But you do, because you have the ability to do that. It's one of your gifts of being a water sign. It may not feel good while you're in it, but when you come out of it, it's done. It's like when that chapter is closed, when that book is done read, it's done. That book becomes a book to be resold at a used bookstore. I don't know where that came from, but that's great. All right, a couple of more messages from the universe. We got a popper down here. We got a popper down here. Let's give this a nice little cut in the center and see what universe wants to let you know for the last quarter. So the one that popped out right here is soul fragments. Balance will be restored. And you know, I actually guide people on soul fragmentation. And this would be a really good exercise. I want to encourage you guys to look that up. There's a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of information on soul retrieval. And it's basically all those little pieces, all those little veins, all those little emotional ropes that we send out. When we bond with someone, when we meet someone, it's almost like there is an etheric energy thread that's immediately connected. And sometimes they're very thin, like maybe my banker, I only see him a few times a year, so it's a thin thread. Or it can be as deep as, you know, a parent and a child where you've got that really thick bond with someone. But soul retrieval is retrieving back pieces of yourself and energy that you have expended and purifying that so it comes back to you. It's almost like you're telling the universe, your energy is yours. I am taking mine back, harm to no one, and my energy comes back to me purified. Soul fragments, balance and restoration. And the other card is we have the living light energy. See the beauty in life. And you do. You absolutely do. Cancerians love beautiful things. They love beautiful environments. And they really do look for the beauty. It's why you guys can kind of handle a lot when it comes to people. All right, those are great cards. I like that. And then I'm going to pull a couple of cards from one of my favorite decks, the Little Secret Garden. These messages are just always on point. So what would you like Cancer to know? Let's give Cancer some sweet little messages from the universe. Get them all fluffy, pull them out of their little shell a little bit. Fill up their hearts. Because you guys are such feelers. I love that about you. All right, so the first one we have is Dare. Take a risk and fly. And this one, where do you want to go? We're going to put this over here next to the Thinking Man. You know, we've got the Star and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. That just seems like a nice place to put that. Moving forward, remembering who you are. Take a risk and fly. The second one is Listen, be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby friends. And yeah, do connect with your friends. Oh wait, this is nearby fairies. That's really interesting that I saw that as friends, but it says be alert, the soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. So maybe your friends some of your friends have like a fairy type of energy to them. But maybe call them in for counsel, you know, if this gets too heavy, or toward the end of the year when you're like almost there, you're like, oh my gosh, I've got this burden, but I don't quite know how to set it down. Maybe call in some of your friends to help you set that down, because you don't need to carry that. You don't need to carry that. And then Present. Journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. Yep, that's a call to be in your now. Be in your now, feel comfortable in your now, or not. You don't have to feel comfortable. Sometimes it's good to not feel comfortable, right? But to be present, stay present. Presence is good. All right, my Cancerians, that's what I have for you for the last quarter of the year. I want to thank you for joining me here. If you resonated with this reading, and I really do hope that it helps and serves you, please subscribe to my channel. This is a fairly new channel, so I'm really trying to grow it. So please subscribe, hit the bell so you get my future readings, and give it a thumbs up because that also helps it get boosted up in the queue for YouTube. And feel free to share it with your friends, other Cancerians that you know that might be carrying this energy, might be moving through something like that. So thank you again for joining me. The divinity in me absolutely honors and acknowledges the divinity in you.